A bit of a spontaneous Murdock music minute. If you look closely and see my tired eyes, that's because King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard finally made it to Vienna to play their first ever concert in Austria. A concert that had been postponed twice, and you can certainly guess why. King Gizzard played a sold-out gasometer, a venue that is often criticized for its murky sound. But the place was packed and it was a joy to behold. But first we got the lovely Los Bichos as support act, who really managed to get the crowd going with their slightly Latin-influenced instrumentals. I don't know how well this transfers onto studio albums, but they are definitely recommended as a live act. And then we finally got the Giz. We've been waiting since 2020. As mentioned, the gig was postponed twice. So what did the band give us for their Austrian debut? And well, the setlist was quite a run through their vast discography. They omitted, unfortunately, entirely the Nonagon Infinity album and also their heavier material from Infest the Rat's Nest. But that's unnecessary nagging, to be honest, because this was a really fun set list.
So.
They started with Rattlesnake, which had the place cooking already. It was a pretty lively crowd. I did my best to stay away from the mosh pit, so you certainly cannot accuse the millennials of being too sleepy. Beer mugs were thrown, an inflatable crocodile made its way through the audience, and there was a little bit of crowd surfing, especially in the first half of the concert, which was the more energetic part, to be honest. And the band, yes, they went as far back as I'm in Your Mind, Fuss, where they also included already a small hint of the dripping tap. We got stuff like Pleura. And of course, the majestic Gaia, which really had the mosh pit going. The second half was a bit more relaxed, a bit more focused on the more jammy material they have been releasing in the last years. We got close to the end of the concert, we got a lengthy version of Magma, but there was also their more eclectic material represented by a wonderful head-bobbing version of the Grim Reaper, filled with psychedelic flute playing from Stu. We got a long, fantastic version of Shanghai. And something which made me very happy, Muddy Water, also rather towards the end of the concert, a song from their Gumboot Soup album, including saxophone action from Ambrose. And of course, they finally played a full version of the Ripping Tap. Excellent. In general, the band was in excellent shape, even though they seemed a little bit exhausted in the second half, just like the audience. But yeah, respect to King Giz. I always wonder how bands do that. I mean, you know, with playing somewhere else more or less each night and the jet lag and all that, I guess I'd be pulp after 2 weeks. I think the concert closed with The River. Maybe they should have not focused so much on the drawn-out jams in the second half, or maybe should have gone for you know, a bit more a different dynamic in the set list. But all in all, it was excellent to finally see them, and I would certainly go again to see them whenever they come back to Austria, probably in 20 years when they have released another 40 albums. Yes, of course, I took a chance on the merchandising stand and got my very own King Gizzard t-shirt with the crocodile. I'm sure it has got a name and I don't know it now. And I also grabbed some vinyl, and now I'm the super happy owner of 2 of my favorite King Gizzard albums. Yeah, this feels a bit like show and tell tonight. Look, I had some cash to throw around, but yeah, more about that maybe at another time on my channel. I'm sure I'll get around to review one or the other of those babies here. If you enjoy sweating but you don't like saunas, try a King Gizzard gig maybe. But most of all, support your local concert venues, and stay tuned for more Murdock Music Minutes.